started taking English, more English classes, and started taking some poli-sci classes. And then actually started getting into journalism. I was actually wrote for the student newspaper. I was the women's sports guy. So did that, and then I decided to get a concentration in journalism. So which really kind of was really exciting. And then after I think it was my senior year, me and 3 other guys actually started a newspaper. Granted, it only lasted for about 6 months, but it was a great experience. I mean, it was called the Student Union, and the idea was that it was going to be a newspaper for all of the colleges and universities in the Triad area. So, Greensboro College, Guilford College, UNC Greensboro, North Carolina A&T, Guilford Tech. And it was fantastic. I mean, like I said, it had a good run, but we learned quickly on from a business perspective that if you don't sell advertising, you can't really pay for the paper. So we learned a very crucial lesson at that point. But then I started, I interned when I was at UNCG with the News and Record in Greensboro, and then ended up getting a job there and worked in the newspaper business for, 5 years, and then fortunately saw the writing on the wall and got out.
So was that kind of your direction? Like you said that you got into political science. Were you interested in politics? Or just kind of exploring different options, trying to figure out what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I was just exploring different things. I mean, I was always fascinated by the election process. I mean, I remember as a young kid, like following the Carter-Reagan election. I mean, that was something that I vividly remember, like just being really interested and fascinated by the whole political process. But what was kind of interesting, when I decided I want to get out of the newspaper business, and this is kind of a segue to me working in nonprofits, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I mean, I really was just completely lost, because I had this dream of being a reporter and doing that forever. And then when I was realizing that this is just not, I found myself like getting excited when I would hear there was a shooting like somewhere, because like, oh, this is going to be an A1 story. And I'm like, I don't like that feeling. Like, I don't, interviewing somebody who's, just lost their son in a car accident, just those things are just, they started wearing on you, after a while. And at the time I was really involved in the community doing like volunteer work with the Greensboro JCs. And so I actually, believe it or not, went back to UNCG and talked to a career counselor there, and I was just, I don't know what I want to do. I have no idea what I want to do with the rest of my life. I'm so stuck.